everyone, welcome along. Nigel here again. Today we're going to do a review on this 1/35th scale kit from Riich models. Riich are a side wing of Bronco, which is quite apparent when you look at the box. You can see it's kind of so Bronco-esque it's untrue. Darren Hedges, one of my subscribers, has recommended this kit to me on a number of occasions and said that he feels this is one of the best kits on the market today. The best value for money, fantastic detail, builds beautifully, but is not well covered on the internet. So, as he keeps mentioning it, I thought I'd get one, do a review on it and build it and see where we go. So today we're going to do a review, and then one day in the long distance future I'll do a build on it. So this is it. This is the 1/35th scale Universal Carrier Mark II with a Vickers 303 machine gun. You can see that on there, which is lovely. It's been water cooled, I guess, because it had no cooling jacket on it. So there we go. So that's the front of the box there. There's the side of the box here. We've got what's this, two different no, these are the same version left and right. It's health and safety, don't give this to your baby. Please keep all the relevant information for future reference. Yeah, we need that. Kit number is RV35016. There's a few different versions of this one. I got this from Antics. It was £33, I think. It was the last one they had. Yeah, so here we go. 35th scale Universal Carrier MMG Mark II. Lots and lots of photo etch by the look of it. Contains functional sharp edges and paints and points. Keep out of reach of children. And it's telling you where which models are, which is the same as Bronco, I expect. And yeah, so we've got the detail on the end there. They've done the same as many manufacturers do these days. So it's that way on that side and that way on that side, which is cool. Easy for the shop assistants to stack. And as you can see, this model is still sealed. So I haven't looked inside here. I haven't looked at any online reviews. I know absolutely nothing about it. So what I'm going to do is grab a knife and open this box up on camera for you to see live. I forgot to say as well when I started, it's Saturday, December the 22nd, and I have literally just, in fact it's uploading right now, done the first part of the review on the Hong Kong models 1/32 Lank. So there we go. So yeah, this is, having just looked at that Lancaster and everything, this all looks very, very small. Right, let's get the light over again now because we don't have the reflection issues. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sprues. We've got a bag of springs. Here's our great big pile of photo etch. God, there's lots of photo etch in there. Look, it's all tiny. We've got a sprue of clear parts. That's 12 sprues in all. And then we've got some chain, some string, and the obligatory instruction manual. And it's a nice, you know how much I care about packaging. It's a nice little box, and if you notice here, the kit fits the box beautifully, so it's not going to get damaged. Really, they could have probably used this box. If you saw my Bronco half-track review, they probably could have used this box for that rather than the huge thing they have used. In fact, here it is next to me. There you go, you can see the difference in size now. It's absolutely crazy. And this box, as you can hear, is way, way, way too big for the model. So there we go. So I'll get this out of the bags and we'll have a look at the sprues. Here we have a new blank yellow sheet. And here we have a sprue, and this is Sprue A from the kit. And we can see here we've got the floor of the main hull, side panels, and various bits and pieces going around. And straight away you can see this is Bronco. I mean, it's so Bronco-esque it's untrue. Detail is crisp. There's some, I mean, the interior detail on that floor looks amazing. Although there are some ejector pin marks, but they're slightly raised, so they're going to stand out really easily. They're probably covered. I mean, there's 2 slots there either side of that one, so they're probably covered. Let me get my pointy stick rather than use my great stumps. So yeah, very, very nice interior detail on there as well. And then looking around, it's Yeah, it's lovely, the detail on this part here, whatever that may be. That's very, very crisp and lovely. Some gear changer mechanism gate there, levers, steering wheel, all very, very nice. I'll just give you a quick walk round. I mean, the detail on there is, look at the size of it, it's all just tiny. Look how fine that is. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I see what you mean, Darren. This is 1,000,001 parts where you could have used 3, I think. Pedals there, great big pedals with lovely detail on them. Some pipe work. I have actually got downstairs, I built the Tamiya one of these many years ago. I don't even really want to look at it because it's probably a mess. Then we've got Sprues B and C here. These are we've got the sprockets and then some road wheels. Sprocket, again, sprue connection points on the outside of the teeth, thank you Bronco, which is nice. And then we've got the tracks here, which I find a little confusing because I saw a bag of springs here, which probably means it's got working suspension, but then you've got link and length tracks, so not quite sure what's going on there. I'm sure Darren can comment and tell me what the hell's going on. Maybe this is a variant with link and length tracks and it hasn't got working suspension. We've got here a box which is obviously canvas or something, and it's got some shape to it, and then we've got a seat here with some shape to it, which is nice. And, yeah, all very, very crisp. No ejector pin marks where they matter by the look of it. Tracks look beautifully moulded, and they've actually got, I don't know how they've managed that, but they've actually got hollow horns. Yeah, unless it's an optical illusion, because there's no way that's slide molded because the sprue's round around it, so there's no flat section to the sprue. But it's quite incredible, lovely. But unfortunately, it's got working suspension. I guess there's aftermarket tracks out there for it. And we've got another sprue here. This is sprue, I can't see it, L. So this is more body parts. I'd imagine with all the different variants, there's probably different body panels and tow hooks and suspension configurations and stuff on this model. Again, we've got ejector pin marks here on the inside, but they shouldn't be too much trouble at all to get rid of. I'm guessing on a large flat panel it was quite unavoidable, but they could have put a couple of tabs on, I guess. Although I didn't notice what date this kit was, I didn't notice what year it was. Have a look at that in a second. But yeah, what's there is lovely. Those parts there are bent, as you can see, but they're both bent about the same. I don't know if they're supposed to be like that or if that's what's happened in the packaging, but it won't take much to straighten them out, but they're actually bent. They're very thin. I'd imagine they're pretty much scale thickness. They're lovely. Ejector pin marks on the bottom of the mud guards there. But, no, again, it's lovely just walking around the sprue. Lovely crisp detail. Nice and sharp, flash free pretty much. There are ejector pin marks where you don't really want them, but hey ho, they're not great big things or sunk, you know, 2 miles deep. So it's a bit funny how they're warped. And then we've got Sprue N, which again more sheet metal work, and then we've got lots and lots of seats and boxes and handles. There's like a hook of some sort there. There's some ammo boxes here by the look of it. Ammo boxes, they're the lids and these are the bottoms. And then a couple of guns there. Nice bit of detail on those, as you can see there. So again, walking around this sprue. Nice detail. Some sort of leaf spring. Not sure if that's for the actual vehicle itself or for towing. It's probably for towing, that one actually. And yeah, instrument panel there, which is nicely done. Look at the decals at the minute. Sorry, the instrument panel is there. I'm trying to do this and look at the camera at the same time. It's not easy. Whinge, whinge, moan, moan. Very nice indeed. And we've got a couple of smaller sprues here. We've got some lovely satchel bags there. More sheet metal work. My God, there's loads of it. It's very oily as well. Some shovels, some more boxes, handles, levers, some components there, maybe part of the suspension. Some folded blankets there, which are nicely done. See those folded blankets, they look quite nice, don't they? Yeah, lovely. All in all, really nice. Lovely detail on top of those ammo boxes there. Another sprue here, same size. A couple of differential parts and suspension. Yeah, this is all the suspension differential parts. We've got an exhaust there, look. Another one there. Was it a V8 in here? Was it the engine? Not sure. But yeah, lovely. Back plates for the brakes. Again, let's walk you around it close up because it's worthy of it. It's beautiful. Really, really nice. Very impressed. You're right, Darren. It's a very impressive model. Differential housings there. And then we've got 4 more sprues left to look at, all different, I think. And then we've got here, we've got a machine gun stand, an ammunition belt. There's the actual machine gun itself. There's the Vickers machine gun, which is very crisp, nicely moulded. That brown mark on my thumb, guys, is coffee. Machine gun mount there. Lovely, very nice. And then we've got some rifles here. I won't bother putting this one down, just show you this one close up. 3 rifles there, all the same. Lovely. Got the little hook on the back of them, on the bottom of the butt. A little something or other on the bottom there. They're all nice. We've got these 2 sprues here, which are the same. So these are obviously tools. Get you close in on those. Lovely. And again, just like on that amusing hobby, they've slide moulded the eyelets there, so you put the string in them rather than glue into the back, which is nice. We've got fire extinguishers there. Very, very nice. I should imagine some of this will go in your spares box. And yeah, it'd be lovely parts for your spares. You've got a 2-piece axe there. Nice. Okay, so that's all the sprues looked at. Oh no, we've got the clear one here. I'll leave this in the bag. We've got a clear sprue here with just a few odds and ends, some square parts. I don't know what they're going to be. Headlight lenses. I guess they're going to be periscope visors, but I don't think this had periscopes, did it? We'll see in the instructions in a minute. Bag of springs. I got a little tiny bag of coil springs, which I guess you don't need if you're building this out of the box because you cannot move the suspension anyway. String and chain, as usual. Little decal sheet or decal sheet with the different insignia and markings and stuff on there, which is all nice. Just get in the middle of the lens light. There you go. Sorry, let's turn that light off. There we go. I can't stand it with LED lights where you get that bloody flickering. It's awful. This is slightly darker, I know, but at least it's not flickering. So let's now have a look at the PE. Got 3 frets of PE. Put them all down on here together so you can see them all. You've got 3 frets of PE there. They're all covered in both sides in the plastic sheeting, so they're quite reflective, sorry. So we've got this one here is A. Give us a backing to bring this up to you. You can see very, very nice fret there, lots and lots of tiny parts, brackets, mesh, all sorts. Etched from one side only. And then there's this one here, which is again etched from one side only, but got some mesh there. This is going to be some framing for toolboxes or something, I'm guessing. Oh my god, there's loads of it. So yeah, very nice. And I can see why Darren likes this kit so much, because from what I can gather from what he says, he loves his PE. So there we have the more parts on there. I can't identify what most of them are. There's a couple of straps there. But yeah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Very, very nice. So there's lots of work in this one. And finally, let's have a look at the instruction manual. Like, I don't know, it's a bit smaller than A4, but it fits nicely in the box. It's telling you on here, built in 1940. Some history there if you want to pause it and have a read. Feel free to do so. It just looks, I know, 1962. The weapon itself was not finally retired until 1962. Wow. So opening the book up, we've got a glossy cover and rear. 15 pages. So have a look through here. Aftermarket service card of mainland China, so you can't use that here obviously. And then you've got your applying decals and usual addendums and stuff, and legends and health and safety about not stabbing yourself and all that. So here on the sprue call out, we can see we've got numbered sprues. We've got all our photo etch and decals here. This is saying not used. So basically a lot of these parts are unused. There's that great big piece of canvas we saw there in the sprues, which is unused. And then we've got 32 springs, 16 of each different sizes. I didn't see different sizes in there. Oh yes, they are. Okay. So yeah, quite complex. And we are using those little square bits on the clear. We're not using the headlamp lenses. So there we go. So on to the main hull then. We're putting some boxes on the floor, fuel tanks it looks like it may be. They're going on the floor, and then we've got some little brackets to hold them down. Like I said, it's probably those ejector pin marks are going to get covered up by boxes like that. Then adding some stiffeners underneath, and what's that, exhaust pipes by the look of it. I'm surprised they had exhaust pipes going underneath, blimey. Then we've got the, here we go, we're putting the springs on. So you've got a small spring inside of a larger spring going onto a shock absorber, I guess. And then you're making 8 of those, and then they're going onto this assembly here with these tiny little parts. And then we're going to add those to our wheels. And then please tell me in the comments, Darren, I remember doing a Valentine once. I was an AFV club, might have been a Bronco, had working suspension, and it was bloody wonderful, other than the fact that it was all wobbly and the wheels were all really wonky. Is this the same? Please tell me in the comments below, or do the wheels stay vertical, or is it all just floppy and wonky and then you just glue it all up solid anyway? And then yeah, we've got all these different suspension units we're building up here. God, there's a lot of parts in those, and it's all working. It's just telling you not to glue this, that and the other, so obviously it all works. Like I said, I don't understand bothering with that if you've got link and length tracks. And then we're going to finish off putting the hull together and put the main axle in that drives the rear sprocket. So that's an axle rather than a individual gearboxes. So I wonder how they steered it then. Bit weird. I wonder how they managed to steer this. Perhaps someone can tell me in the comments. Because I guess if you brake one side, I suppose if it's an open diff, you could stop one side and the other side would go, yeah. So there we've got the idlers going in front and rear. Looks like the same wheels anyway. No, they're not. They're different wheels. So we've got that all built up, and then we're going to do our track links here. It's telling you please note the track direction. How many times have we seen that where people have got tracks on backwards? So we've got the length and length tracks going on there. Then we're putting on the mud guards. Got some photo etch going on the side of there. It's telling us to cut some lugs off there. Rear panel going on with the exhaust pipes, all very nice. Put the exhaust silencers on there. That's all going to look lovely, all rusted up and everything. It's telling you to remove some more bits and pieces. So that's what you get when you get a kit like this, which has so many variants. You're going to have holes to drill, bits to remove, and this, that and the other. But it just adds to the build. I mean, this would be a great kit for somebody who wants to get into photo etch and you know, armour, because it's going to be quite complex. It's going to be very involved. It's not too big. It's going to be quite fiddly, and you've got all your PE to play with. So yeah, but the detail is astounding. You've got the pedal shaft, is it there, going in for the pedals, and you've got the levers and everything. My God. And then you've got the battery there in its box with the proper clamp and everything. Oh no, this is mental. And then covers here going on, and then we've got some sort of, is that some sort of mechanism there? I don't know what this is, I haven't put it on yet. We're going to put it on over the page, I guess. It looks like that is part of the steering. That there, what I looked at on the sprue, is part of the steering, so I'm guessing it's working on some sort of brake mechanism. So it's telling you not to glue them in, so you can slide them into position, I guess. But yeah, I'm guessing that's how it works. It brakes one side and the other side will go because it's an open diff. Then we've got the engine box going on there. We've got some tubes going in here. I don't know why we're putting them in. They look internal, although they're external on there, look. So yeah, some photo etch panels going in the sides. Wow. More photo etch panels going on there. So you've got this massive engine cover in the middle. So it wouldn't have been a V8, it would have been a straight 6, I'd imagine, or maybe even a straight 4. Cutting some more parts off here, adding some more levers inside. My God. And then we've got photo etch seat brackets, the height adjusters. Don't tell me the seat works. Wow. Mental. Making up another box there, another toolbox to go on the fender. Rifle, more photo etch brass brackets for the seats. Oh God. And then we've got some more body paneling here, some sheet metal work, folding up some photo etch by the look of it. There's photo etch in every single section, I think. And then we've got photo etch cover there going on the steering box or steering gear. Fire extinguishers here. I've got one of those in the garage. Yeah, amazing. More boxes. This is jacks. That looks like a jack. This is probably a toolbox or something. Ammunition box there by the look of it. And then we've got thread. We're making up a tow cable now. So that's going to hook around there. And then I guess you're going to wrap it up. Yeah, like there by the look of it. Yeah, it's telling you here to wrap it up and then put a strap around it. So it's got chains and rope. And this is where you make up the chain and the rope. Wow. More tools. Got photo etch brackets for the tools. Clamps, should I say. And then making up the machine gun. On its... no, it's not photo etch. Yes, it is. That's photo etch. So it's a photo etch mounting for the machine gun. Or is that just... That's just to store the machine gun, that's not actually using it. And then we've got baskets here for putting boxes in, which are obviously all photo etch. They all go down that side. And then we've got a folded up gun tripod there. We've got another fire extinguisher there, which is going in here somewhere. Quite busy, these instructions. Another rifle there going in. What's this here? This is some sort of gun stand for another gun. Is it for that for the machine gun? It's for the machine gun itself by the look of it. And then I'm guessing you get the option to put the machine gun on its stand. Yeah, so you can put the machine gun on its stand, or you can have it in its frame there on the side. So you probably want to put it on its stand, wouldn't you? Have the ammo box on the side of it. And the time to roll the brass there. That shield. Heat shield for the exhaust, is it? Yes, heat shield for the exhaust. So it's telling you to, there's one solid and one meshed. I don't know why they would have had one solid. And then more bracketry here going on, which is photo etch. Got some filling to do by the look of it. Footsteps, photo etched. Brackets here, photo etched. Another tool. What's this, some sort of machine gun stand or something there? Or a snorkel inlet, I don't know. And then we've got a basket, a bag going on the back there. And then here we've got option 1, which is Toronto Scottish Regiment, 2nd Canadian Infantry, Belgium 1944. So that's the first option. We've got our colour call-outs in Mr. Hobby, Model Master, Humbrol and Tamiya, which is nice. And they've also given you the aqueous and the lacquer colours there, which is good. And then we've got A Squadron, Kensington Regiment, West Riding in Northwest Europe. Allied markings on that one. And then we've got the 8th Battalion Middlesex Regiment in Northwest Europe. So yeah, all in all, wow, what a model. That is going to take a lot of work. It'll drive you around the twist, all this photo etch on here. So, well, there we go. And please remember, Darren, please comment on two things. One is, have you actually built this kit and used every single piece of photo etch, or did you throw some in the bin? And two, can you get aftermarket tracks for this from this company, or is there a way of making it all work as is, or do you just glue the suspension up anyway because the wheels are all wonky if it works? So please let me know in the comments below. I know you like to comment on my videos, and you always do. Thank you very much. And it'd be great to hear from you tonight. So I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching that. If you like that, there's lots more coming. So hit that subscribe button and notifications. And yeah, good night and Merry Christmas.